The final day of Week 1 of BetVictor Championship League brought world number 4 Mark Selby to Stadium MK, and his first opponent was Fergal O'Brien, a player with a Championship League 147 to his name. The three-time world champion raced to a 2-0 lead, but was halted in his tracks when O'Brien took a gritty third frame. Selby, however, took the final frame for a 3-1 win.
Yeah, and that red should make sure. O'Brien already needed a snooker, but he's now 61 behind with 51 on, and this black could be heading in as well. Well, it's not, so I imagine Fergal O'Brien will play on.
Selby, 47.
But it's a good 47, when in fact he's not. He's seen enough. So Mark Selby then, he was put through his paces by a typically determined Fergal O'Brien, but it's Mark Selby who wins the opening match of the group by 3 frames to 1.
Lou Haishan and Brandon Sargent then battled out a 2-all draw, Lou earning a point partly thanks to this fluked blue, which helped him level at 1-all rather than fall 2 behind.
Stick that on the highlight reel. Unbelievable.
Lou then moved to the top of the table with a 3-0 win over O'Brien.
Haishan has started well here. He's won the opening frame.
Table 2 opened with a 3-0 win for Jamie O'Neill over Daniel Womersley, before Group C Michael Holt was in action against Sean Maddox, and Maddox went 2-0 up after 2 black ball frames. This was the second, Holt looking to have cleared for the frame before missing a straightforward black to hand Maddox a gimme, and the Liverpool Cuban took the third 2 for a 3-0 win. Holt, however, responded against Jamie O'Neill, making this century break en route to a 3-0 win. That meant Holt, O'Neill and Maddox all had 3 points on the board. Maddox and Womersley then played out a 2-all draw before amateur Womersley defeated World 29 Holt to put the group seed out, taking the group to a decider between O'Neill and Maddox. Back on table 1 after the interval, Mark Selby defeated Brandon Sargent 3-1 to ensure the group would come down to its final match.
So Mark Selby then wins a closely fought third frame, and the 3 times world champion is back in front at 2-1.
Lou was Selby's opponent. The Chinese player had to win, whereas a draw would be enough for Selby.
Played on it. Risky with these tight pockets, but he couldn't have played that any better. That is a fantastic shot again.
Lou took a 2-0 lead, putting the Leicester man up against it, but Selby ground out the next to take the group right down 59. To its final frame.
Yeah, this is what we wanted. Who's your money on for the decider, Phil?
Selby.
64.
I know he lost the decider to Ronnie O'Sullivan in the World Championship semi-final, but when it comes to do or die frames, he's my nomination virtually every time he's involved in one.
70.
Yeah, it's like he saves his best stuff for when his back's to the wall.
77 in the frame. Mark Selby.
In the pivotal frame, Lou was first in, but then this happened.
Oh, well, you said it,
39.
Peter. The only way he could fail was to miss a sitter, and that, folks, was a sitter.
That allowed Selby in, and after making this tricky black, the frame, the draw and the group were Selby's.
Gave up on ideal position, but by playing it like that, he's got some position. So this, you would think, is the crunch ball.
Back on table 2, O'Neill and Maddox were playing out their decider. A draw would be enough for tour debutant Maddox, while O'Neill needed the win. At 1-1, the third frame came right down to the wire, and after some battling on the pink, it was O'Neill who got over the line to make the last frame crucial.
Played to perfection. Match point.
Every credit. What a contribution this. What a contribution. Terrific stuff from Jamie O'Neill. But there's no way back now. Indeed, Sean Maddox concedes. Jamie O'Neill is the winner. He played one eye-popping shot in that frame. It made so much difference. He wins the match and he tops the group.
The final group standings then, Mark Selby is top of Group 16 with 7 points thanks to that draw against Lu Haitan, who finishes in second with 5. Brandon Sargent concluded the group with 2 points and Fergal O'Brien was fourth with 1. And in Group 15, Jamie O'Neill takes the glory with 6 points. Sean Maddox and Daniel Womersley both finished on 4, Maddox taking second, while Michael Holt finished last. BetVictor Championship League Snooker returns on September 28 with Neil Robertson among those in action. In the meantime, relive the best of the snooker from week 1 at Matchroom.live, with daily highlights and best shots on the Matchroom Multisport YouTube channel, where you'll also soon find our brand new CLS Diaries.